What if I told you the quiet whispers behind the scenes of Atlanta's hip-hop royalty have just exploded into a full-on scandal? Because tonight, the internet is shaking with claims that Shekinah Joe, yes, Tiny's best friend turned reality TV firecracker, is pregnant. But here's the kicker. Tiny allegedly doesn't believe Shekinah's story. In fact, insiders are saying Tiny is demanding a DNA test, and she wants it from her own husband, T.I. Imagine the drama. A best friend carrying a secret, a wife questioning her loyalty, a husband caught in the middle of a storm he can't control. For years, fans watched Tiny and Shekinah laugh, fight, and ride for each other on reality TV. But now, their bond is being tested in the messiest way possible. Screenshots, cryptic posts, late-night IG lives. The receipts are piling up. Fans are shocked, family is divided, and emotions are running higher than ever. Is Shekinah really hiding a pregnancy? Is Tiny's suspicion justified? And what happens if the DNA test reveals something no one is ready for? Stay locked in, because this isn't just gossip. This is betrayal, family, and the truth that could break Atlanta's royal circle wide open. The story didn't break on a blog, or a big gossip site, or even Shade Room first. It started on Instagram Live. Shekinah Joe herself, her hair tied up, her eyes tired but sparkling with that familiar fire. "I got something to say," she began, her voice shaky, as thousands of fans piled into the live within minutes. She was crying, laughing, then crying again. And then she dropped the bombshell. "Y'all, I'm pregnant." The chat went wild. Heart emojis flew. Fans congratulated her. But just as quickly, the questions started flooding in. By who? Where's the daddy? Girl, don't play with us. Shekinah didn't say a name. She smiled through tears, shook her head, and whispered, "I can't talk about that right now." And that silence lit the fuse. Within hours, blogs were running with the headline, "Shekinah Joe drops pregnancy bomb on live." Screenshots spread like wildfire. But it wasn't just the fans reacting. Behind the scenes, Tiny Harris was fuming. "Why she got to go live with this before telling me?" Tiny allegedly told a close friend. For years, Tiny and Shekinah had been inseparable. From T.I. and Tiny, the family hustle, to Tiny and Shekinah's weave trip. Their sisterhood was messy, loud, and unbreakable. But this pregnancy announcement, it felt like a betrayal. The real drama started when Tiny's suspicion took a turn. Sources close to the Harris family claimed Tiny started connecting dots. Late-night calls, secretive meetups, and Shekinah suddenly dodging questions about the father. And then, the whisper that broke everything. What if the baby wasn't just some random man's? What if it was T.I.'s? The idea sounded wild, unbelievable. But in the messy world of reality TV stars, fans ate it up. "Shekinah always been too close to T.I., one commenter wrote. "Don't act like y'all ain't seen the tension on the show before." Another fan jumped in. "Tiny better get that DNA test before it's too late." Screenshots of supposed DMs started surfacing online, showing Shekinah talking to a mystery man about not keeping secrets forever. Blogs claimed those messages were directed at T.I., though no receipts proved it outright. But by then, the damage was done. The internet had already decided the Harris household was on fire. Shekinah, meanwhile, tried to hold her ground. On another IG Live, she clapped back, "I don't owe nobody no explanations. My business is my business." But the way she said it, with her voice trembling and her eyes darting, only fueled the speculation. Tiny's circle wasn't having it. One of her friends, allegedly Zonique, was caught liking shady comments under posts about Shekinah. Fans pointed it out immediately. Why's she liking that? Oh, she knows something. And then came the turning point. Tiny, according to insiders, confronted T.I. directly. "I need answers," she reportedly told him. "If you got something to say it now. Don't let me be the last to find out." T.I., known for his quick tongue and even quicker temper, allegedly snapped back, "Don't play me like that. Tiny, you sound crazy." But the tension in the room was real, thick enough to cut with a knife. Meanwhile, fans were busy playing detective. They pulled up old clips from Family Hustle, moments where Shekinah and T.I. traded playful jabs and twisted them into evidence of hidden chemistry. A TikTok compilation titled, "Look at the Way T.I. Looks at Shekinah" racked up millions of views overnight. The Harris family was officially in crisis mode. Tiny felt betrayed by her best friend. Shekinah felt cornered by the world. And T.I., he was trapped in the middle. his image once again dragged through the mud of scandal. By the end of the week, rumors claimed Tiny had given Shekinah an ultimatum. Take a DNA test or cut ties forever. Shekinah, you my sister, Tiny reportedly said in a heated phone call. But if you think I'ma let this slide without knowing the truth, you out your damn mind. The fallout was immediate. Fans were split. Some defended Shekinah, saying Tiny was overreacting and insecure. Others sided with Tiny, arguing that real friends don't keep secrets this messy. And in the middle of it all, the question burned hotter than ever. Who is the father of Shekinah's baby? Because if the DNA test revealed what Tiny feared, it wouldn't just end a friendship, it would destroy a marriage. The rumors were bad enough when they were whispers, but once blogs picked it up, it was no longer private beef, it was entertainment. Shekinah pregnant and Tiny wants answers, one gossip page screamed. Another headline read, "Is T.I. the father?" Tiny puts her foot down. Screenshots flew across Twitter. TikTok edits trended overnight. And suddenly the Harris household wasn't just gossip. It was a full-on soap opera for millions of fans. Shekinah, already stressed from the pregnancy, couldn't take the constant dragging online. She went live again, this time snapping, "Y'all want a show? Fine, but understand this. I never betrayed nobody. I ain't the snake you're painting me to be." Her voice cracked, her hand pressed against her stomach, her tears blurring the screen. Fans flooded the comments with divided reactions. Some sent love, others sent snake emojis. But Tiny wasn't letting up. According to insiders close to the Harris family, Tiny decided it was time to face Shekinah directly. Cameras weren't rolling, but the confrontation played out exactly like a reality TV reunion special. Tiny allegedly walked into Shekinah's salon without warning. The atmosphere was icy, heavy. "You gonna tell me the truth right here, right now," Tiny said, her arms crossed. "Or we done?" Shekinah fired back. "You think I would do that to you? After everything we've been through? Tiny, that's crazy." Tiny's reply was cutting. "Crazy? Crazy is you popping up pregnant and acting like I don't deserve answers." Witnesses said the argument was loud, emotional, and filled with years of pent-up resentment. Words like loyalty, respect, and betrayal were thrown like daggers. And in the middle of it all, T.I.'s name hung heavy in the air. The unspoken accusation that neither woman wanted to say outright. But fans, they weren't waiting for answers. They were already making their own. On social media, hashtags started trending. Shekinah secrets and Tiny deserves better. TikTok sleuths claim to have uncovered Shekinah's baby registry, zooming in on clues like items shipped to addresses close to the Harris mansion. One creator even claimed to have decoded Shekinah's IG captions, saying she was dropping hidden hints about the baby's father. Meanwhile, T.I. finally broke his silence at a local radio station. When asked about the drama, he chuckled nervously and replied, "Man, y'all always trying to put me in something. I ain't got time for no mess. My family solid. Don't believe the hype." But the denial didn't calm things. It poured gasoline on the fire. Fans replayed the clip, dissecting his body language, pointing out how he looked away mid-answer. "If he innocent, why he look guilty?" one fan tweeted. The Harris kids weren't spared either. Zonique posted a cryptic tweet. "Sometimes the ones closest to you cause the deepest cuts." Within minutes, fans tied it directly to Shekinah, forcing Zonique to delete the tweet. By now, the story wasn't just blogs and fan theories, it was family war. Tiny, still demanding a DNA test, reportedly told T.I. point blank, "If you ain't got nothing to hide, then you shouldn't have a problem. Nothing to hide, then you shouldn't have a problem." T.I. snapped back, "I ain't about to take no test for something I ain't do. That's disrespectful." Their marriage, already tested over the years with public scandals, was once again in the spotlight, and for the first time, fans whispered that this might be the breaking point. Meanwhile, Shekinah wasn't backing down. On another live, she clapped back, "I don't care what nobody say, I know who I am, and I ain't no homewrecker. People want to see me fall cause I don't bow down, but you're gonna eat your words when the truth come out." But even as she defended herself, eagle-eyed fans caught her slip-up. When someone commented, "Is T.I. the father?" Shekinah paused just a second too long before answering. That pause turned into a million memes, GIFs, and TikTok edits. The pressure was unbearable. Tiny's circle was pushing harder. Shekinah's supporters felt outnumbered, and T.I. was caught between defending his image and keeping his household. Together, then came the twist nobody expected. A source close to Shekinah leaked a supposed text exchange where she confided in a friend. "I never wanted it to go this far. I just wanted to be happy. Now everybody think I ruined a family." The leak sent fans spiraling. Was this a confession? A cry for help? Proof that the pregnancy really was tied to T.I.? Or just another fake receipt in a story full of them? The internet couldn't decide, but the headlines kept spinning. Shekinah cries out in leaked texts. Tiny doubles down on DNA demands. T.I. stuck in the middle of ATL's messiest scandal. It was messy, raw, and impossible to ignore. And just when fans thought it couldn't get crazier, rumors surfaced that Tiny had already lined up a doctor, ready to prove once and for all whether Shekinah's baby had Harris blood. The DNA test wasn't just gossip anymore. It was about to be real. By now, the Shekinah pregnancy scandal wasn't just gossip. It was the headline running Atlanta's streets, flooding group chats and blowing up YouTube reactors. And with Tiny demanding a DNA test and T.I. refusing to back down, the showdown felt inevitable. Behind closed doors, insiders whispered that the Harris household had become a battlefield. Tiny's patience was gone. "Either we clear this up," she reportedly told T.I., "or you clear your bags." T.I., visibly frustrated, fired back. "I done stood by you through everything, and you gon' put me on blast like this?" Over rumors, over a friend. But Tiny wasn't budging. For her, it wasn't about blogs anymore. It was about loyalty, respect, and the kind of betrayal you don't come back from. Meanwhile, Shekinah stayed surprisingly quiet. Her Instagram posts turned cryptic. Black screens with captions like "God know the truth" and "Loyalty ain't for everybody." Fans dissected every post, convinced she was sending hidden messages. But then the story took a jaw-dropping turn. Word leaked that Tiny had already scheduled a paternity test, not through some back-alley scheme, but a legitimate doctor ready to handle everything by the book. Fans were stunned. This wasn't reality TV drama anymore. This was science, and it was about to expose somebody's truth. "Shekinah better not skip that appointment," one fan commented. "This can tell us everything." When the news broke, Shekinah went live again. This time her tone was defensive, fiery. "Y'all think I'm scared? Y'all think I'm running? I ain't scared of no test, 'cause I know who my baby daddy is and it ain't who y'all think." Her words shook the room, but her eyes, darting left and right, made fans question everything. Tiny's camp immediately responded. A close friend of hers posted a story. "Actions speak louder than words. We'll see." T.I., cornered on all sides, finally gave his own public statement during a podcast appearance. Leaning back in his chair, he sighed. "Man, this whole situation ridiculous. But if taking a test shut everybody up, maybe that's what gotta happen. I ain't ducking nothing." The internet went crazy. Was he finally agreeing? Was the DNA test about to happen? In the days leading up to the appointment, tension built like the season finale of a reality show. Fans camped outside Shekinah's salon. Bloggers followed every move the Harris family made, and gossip shows ran countdown clocks to test day. And then it happened. Shekinah and Tiny arrived separately, avoiding eye contact. T.I. showed up late, his jaw tight, his cap pulled low. The waiting room, according to witnesses, felt like a pressure cooker. Tiny, her voice calm but deadly, allegedly leaned over to Shekinah and whispered, "You better hope you tellin' the truth." Shekinah shot back, her hand on her belly. "I ain't got nothing to prove to you." The tension was unbearable. Nurses shuffled nervously. Fans outside screamed, and cameras tried to capture every glimpse. The tests were done quickly, quietly. Swabs, paperwork, signatures. No reality show cameras inside. But the drama was louder than anything scripted. When they left, paparazzi swarmed. Tiny kept her head down. Shekinah smiled through gritted teeth. T.I. brushed past reporters muttering, "You're gonna see." And then, silence. Days turned into weeks. The results, locked away, became the most guarded secret in Atlanta. Fans begged for answers. Blogs speculated daily. TikTok creators made fake result reveals that still racked up millions of views. Finally, whispers began to leak. An anonymous source claimed the results were in, and that what they revealed wasn't what anyone expected. Some insiders swore the test cleared T.I. completely. Others claimed it only made things messier, pointing the finger at someone else close to the circle. The truth, still hidden. But one thing was clear. The damage was already done. Tiny and Shekinah's friendship was shattered. Decades of loyalty had crumbled under suspicion. T.I.'s image, already scarred by past controversies, was dragged through the mud once again. And the fans? They were left with more questions than answers. Why we still ain't see the results? One fan tweeted, "If tip clean, why keep it a secret?" Another countered, "Y'all just love drama." The man said he innocent, let it go. But nobody was letting it go. Not Tiny, not Shekinah. Not the millions of fans glued to every update. Because this wasn't just about a pregnancy anymore. It was about trust, betrayal, and whether Atlanta's royal circle could survive the most explosive scandal of their careers. And the scariest part, everyone knew this wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. And there you have it, the scandal that's turned Atlanta upside down. Shekinah's bombshell pregnancy, Tiny's demands for the truth, and T.I. caught in the middle of a storm he swears he didn't create. 3 lives, 1 test, and a million unanswered questions. Think about it. A friendship that once had us laughing on TV, now cracked by suspicion. A marriage already tested by years of rumors, now dangling on the edge of betrayal. And a baby whose very existence could rewrite the story for everybody involved. The DNA test has been taken. That part's real. But the results? Still sealed, still secret, still leaving fans on edge. Was T.I. cleared completely? Was another name revealed? Or is somebody holding those papers back because the truth is too explosive for the public to handle? Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Do you believe Tiny's right to demand the test? Was Shekinah wrong for keeping the father's name hidden? And do you think T.I. has been unfairly dragged? Or is there more smoke behind the scenes than we've been told? Hit that like button if you're locked into this drama. Subscribe if you don't want to miss the next twist. And share this video with anybody who loves a good scandal. Because this story isn't ending anytime soon. If the results leak, if another bombshell drops, if another friend or family member jumps in the mix, you'll want to be right here when it happens. The truth hasn't killed the drama, it's only feeding it. And trust me, this is just the beginning. And trust me, this is just the beginning.